The time now is 7:38, and we are just a little more than 20 minutes away from seeing the Pope in the motorcade. This is your live look from Washington, D.C., as crowds are gathering around, waiting for that big visit. And the Dean of the School of Ministry at the University of Dallas, Ted Wapham, joins us now to talk about the biggest events still ahead on the Pope's historic U.S. visit. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank
you for coming in to talk about this. There's so much excitement around it, isn't there?
Yeah, it really is. It's an exciting time.
So let's kind of go through the schedule here, because tomorrow there's the speech to the joint session of Congress. It's never happened before. What are you expecting out of this? Not that we can predict something that's never happened.
Well, so the Pope is a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that I expect is that he'll do what he constantly does, which is, on the one hand, he'll affirm the things that he sees that are positive that are going on. I think he'll have some really positive things to say about the United States and its attitude and its place in the world. But I think he'll continue to challenge people, and that's one of the things that he does. He's not easily placed in sort of the American political spectrum.
Right. It's not like you can look at one particular leader here and say, okay, he's going to be buddy-buddy with this politician or this politician.
Right.
Because his views are very individual.
Right. Well, and the word Catholic means universal, and I think that's really what his goal is to have this sort of universal message that appeals to a number of folks and try to make connections across the board.
So then coming up on Friday, he's going to be speaking to the UN, and then there will be the big papal mass in Philadelphia. What do we expect from that? I know that this will probably be a multilingual mass.
Yeah, so the mass on Sunday is at the end or the close of the World Meeting of Families, which is really what originally brings him here. This is an annual event that takes place throughout the world to celebrate families, which has been a major theme of Francis's pontificate.
And something that you and I were both kind of touching on as we take a look at these live pictures is that it is not just Catholics that are highly interested in this. Talk about that phenomenon.
Well, so I think what is so unique and interesting about Pope Francis is he's this charismatic figure. He's, as I said before, not easily pegged down, so he's sort of this wild card. He's very charismatic, and I think he's really tapping into the message of the gospel that is really for all folks.
Let's talk about security.
Yeah.
Again, as you mentioned, he's a little bit unpredictable, and he does like to sort of be with the people, so to speak. He's not the one to be totally encased by security, and he's out there, shaking hands and saying hi and wanting to introduce himself. How do you think they're going to deal with that and balance that here in the U.S.?
I'm not certain how that will work for folks. I mean, he's constantly rolling down the windows. Yesterday in his motorcade, he didn't ride in a limousine. He was in a Fiat, a little Fiat 500. And so, I imagine it's going to be a real challenge for folks, and they must have sort of, try to accompany that.
They're just saying, please roll up the window, sir. Oh my goodness. Ted Wapham from University of Dallas, thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.